Right, hello friends. Today we'll take a small accounting standard that's called Accounting Standard 12. Accounting Standard 12 deals with what you know, accounting in relation to government grants, right? It's a very simple standard and important standard also for exam. जल्दी हो जाएगा, फटाफट पढ़ेंगे, ठीक है? Yeah, what I'll do, I'll share a notes with you. धीरे धीरे क्या करेंगे, पहले let me explain the standard to you, then we'll come to the notes part, okay? तो मैं जाता हूँ आपके लिए एक नया ओपन करता हूँ. अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड 12 किसके बारे में बात करता है? अकाउंटिंग फॉर गवर्नमेंट ग्रांट्स. अकाउंटिंग फॉर व्हाट सर? अकाउंटिंग फॉर गवर्नमेंट ग्रांट्स. नाउ ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इज द स्टैंडर्ड ऑल अबाउट. स्टैंडर्ड में व्हाट इज ऑल द स्टैंडर्ड ऑल अबाउट? स्टैंडर्ड इज अबाउट अकाउंटिंग फॉर गवर्नमेंट ग्रांट्स, राइट ना? When I say government, government can be Indian government or government may be what sir? Foreign government also, right now? मतलब if you are receiving any grant from USA also, this standard will equally apply. So Indian government can be again broadly classified into what you know? It can be central government, state government or local authority. With this, one thing is very clear. If you are receiving any grant from other than government, this standard will not apply. ये स्टैंडर्ड कब अप्लाई होगा? जब गवर्नमेंट से ग्रांट आएगा. If you are getting a grant from other than government, then obviously the standard cannot apply. Am I clear? So, what is the learning objective? The learning objective in the standard is to understand the accounting treatment of government grant in relation to fixed assets, to understand the accounting treatment of government grant in relation to promoters' contribution. Likewise, to understand the accounting treatment of government grant where the grant is of revenue nature. देखेंगे धीरे धीरे. So this should be our learning objective. The most important topic for exam is what you know. This is most important. Which one is most important? The first one. This is the most important topic for exam. Don't worry, I'll explain the entire standard to you in detail. But from exam perspective, accounting for government grants in relation to fixed assets is most important. Am I clear sir? So let me start the standard now. Standard में क्या बोला है देखो. Standard में क्या बोला है बताएं. Have a look sir. Let us understand first what do you mean by government grant. What do you mean by what sir? Government grant. Government grant can be simply referred as nothing but a subsidy or any benefit. That subsidy or benefit may be given in cash or it may be given in what sir? Kind. Sir, how come cash sir? Like example, petroleum products when they are sold through PDS, that's called public distribution system, government gives grant to oil companies, but that grant is given in what sir? Cash. Likewise, imagine if you set up any industry in a backward area, government may give you what sir? Government may give you a building. Government may give you a subsidy in the form of what sir? Any building setup, right now. So if the subsidy is given by government, it is called nothing but what sir? Government grant. That government grant may be what sir? It may be for kind or it may be for cash. Now obviously government grant may be a conditional grant or may be a non-conditional grant. So government grant may be what sir? Conditional or it may be non-conditional. Those conditions may be condition in relation to past or condition in relation to what sir? Future. So the conditions may be a past condition, it may be what sir? Future condition that you need to meet to receive the government grant. Am I clear sir? So in simple terms, government grant is nothing but a type of subsidy or a type of help or a type of what sir? Benefit given by whom sir? Government in relation to certain conditions which you already met in the past or which you are supposed to meet in the future, right now. Or the government grant may be given in cash form or it may be given what sir? In kind form. Am I clear sir? So this is the first point called nothing but what sir? Government grant. This is the meaning. Now try to understand. A government grant may be of two types. मतलब I am not telling the capital grant, revenue grant. मैं आपको बताता हूँ. A government grant can be broadly of two types. One is of capital nature. Second is called what you know? Revenue nature. What do you mean by revenue grant sir? बोलता हूँ धीरे धीरे. A government grant may be of what nature sir? Capital nature or it may be of what sir? Revenue nature. What do you mean by capital nature sir? Capital nature grants are those grants which are non-regular or what sir? Non-recurring. Point 1, these are not in relation to operating activities. Operating what, sir? Activities. Operating activities से कोई संबंध नहीं रहता. Generally these are of capital nature. Right now it may be in the form of what's, promoters contribution. What is my promoter contribution? See, generally when you set up a business, you require some capital, right? So the person who infuse the capital is called nothing but what's up, promoters. So government grant can be in the form of what's up, promoters contribution also. Likewise, a capital grant is generally transferred to what, generally transferred to capital reserve. Generally, ये मेरा general point. I am discussing a general idea of this. So what if a government grant is of capital nature? It should be generally what's the non-recurring nature, or it may be a non-regular nature. It has nothing to do with your operating activities right now. It may be in the form of what's a promoter's contribution, and generally it is transferred to what's a capital reserve. Sir, what about revenue grant, sir? A revenue grant उल्टा है, ये different है. A revenue grant is generally of recurring nature. Do you agree? Recurring nature. It is in relation to your operating activities. वो operating activities के लिए दिया जाता है. Generally, it is taken as what, income, and it is transferred to what, sir? P&L account, credit. Do you agree? Because it's of revenue nature, so obviously you can treat this as what, sir? Income. See, I will tell you, note बोल के लिखा देता हूँ, nothing to do with here, but still, under the Income Tax Act, a revenue grant is taken as what, income, and it should be offered as what, income under the head what, sir? IFOS, or maybe as business income. Am I clear, sir? So government grant may be of capital nature, or it may be of what, sir? Revenue nature. आगे चलता हूँ, sir. Point number 3, where the standard will not apply. ये standard कहाँ apply नहीं होगा? Non-applicability of standard. Do you agree? Non-applicability of what, sir? Standard. Where the standard do not apply. I'll tell you, sir. See, you should understand if a government grant is not measurable. Do you agree? I'll tell you. If the government grant is not measurable, then obviously the standard cannot apply. Like example, right to do a business ke liye, you get a license, right? It is also a type of grant only. But question is, can you measure the value of that license? No, right? So whenever the government grant is not measurable right now, then obviously the standard cannot apply. Am I clear? Likewise, if the government grant, if the contribution by government is in the form of what, is in the form of capital, where you issue what, where you issue equity shares to government. Like example, Coal India है, Hindustan Petroleum है, ONGC है. All these are nothing but what, sir? Public sector companies. मतलब directly or indirectly government has given capital in these companies right now, and companies have allotted what, sir? Equity shares to the government. This contribution by the government cannot be taken as what, government grant. Why it cannot be taken as government grant? Because government is getting ownership interest in these companies right now. So if the government is helping an entity and taking a ownership right over the company, then this cannot be taken as what, sir? Government grant. Am I clear, sir? Third one is nothing but where the government grant is by reduction of expenses. I'll tell you this point, you may not understand directly, I'll tell you. See, generally electricity power bill आता है ना, for commercial places, whenever you are using power for commercial purposes, generally the rate of per unit may be around how much, 10 to 12 rupees. For residential purpose, it may be around 4 to 5 rupees. But the same electricity, when it is given to agriculture sector, the billing rate may be 25 paisa, 0.25 rupee. Now try to understand, supplying electricity to agriculture sector at so lower rate right now, no doubt the person who is using the electricity, being a farmer, he cannot say that he is getting a government grant. He can always say that electricity is supplied at very low rate. So this cannot be taken as what, sir? Government grant. Am I clear, sir? So in these three cases, the standard does not apply. Point number 1, where the grant is not measurable. Second one, where the contribution is by the government by way of participation in the equity, that's called ownership right. Or third one is nothing but where the government grant is by reduction of expenses. Am I clear, sir? So in these cases, this standard does not apply. Am I clear, sir? Now आगे जाता हूँ, point number 4 लेता हूँ. What is point number 4? Point number 4, when to recognize government grant. Point is what, when you can recognize government grant. I am talking about the entries in the books of the account, when you can recognize a government grant. See, principally, if you remember, layman version, as per accounting standard 9, when you can recognize revenue, when it is measurable, point number 1. Point number 2 is nothing but when there is a certainty of its collection, layman version, right? So revenue can be recognized in the AS9 ki baare mein baat karo, not AS12. What is AS9 says? Revenue can be recognized only when the revenue is measurable and there is a certainty of its collection, or you can say when there is no uncertainty of its collection. Likewise, to recognize a government grant, if you want to recognize government grant in your books, you have to meet 2 principal conditions. Condition number 1, I am writing it here. Condition number 1 is nothing but what, the government grant should be measurable, because if it is not measurable, you can never write a journal entry for it, right? Common sense. Condition number 2, there should be certainty of its collection. वो तो आएगा ही आएगा. That's a general point, right? I can say you one more condition. What is condition number 3, See, generally when a grant is received, it may attach certain conditions with it, right? So, see, if I give you, like example I'll give you. If you get me 800 out of 800 in IPCC, I'll give you 1 crore rupee. See, this condition is not even achievable, because 800 ke 800 mark is very difficult, right? An example I'm telling you, sir. Ashwin Molda gives you a promise that if you get 800 out of 800, he'll give you 1 crore rupee. Only example. But do you really practically feel that you can achieve 800 marks in IPCC? Very difficult, right? Scoring 100% in all the 8 subjects is not possible. Likewise, certain government grants are condition based. If you are not able to meet the condition, then obviously you cannot recognize a government grant, right? So condition number 3 says what, there should be reasonable certainty that conditions in relation to government grant can be achieved. आप उसको अचीव कर पाओगे. कौन से कंडीशन को? whatever conditions government will impose, you should have a reasonable certainty that those conditions can be easily met. Once you get a feeling that yes, these conditions can be met, then you can recognize what, sir? Government grant. Am I clear with this, sir? So what we have learned till now, if you observe, what we have learned is nothing but learning objectives we have seen, sir. That is nothing but learning object is what? To understand accounting for government grant in relation to fixed assets, promoters contribution and revenue nature's grant, right? Now second is nothing but the meaning of the term called what, sir? Government grant. Nature of government grant, it may be of capital nature or it may be of what, sir? Revenue nature. Likewise, we have also seen when the standard does not apply. The standard does not apply in 3 scenarios that we have discussed. And fourth one is when you can go and recognize government grant. When it is measurable, there is a certainty of collection. And the third point is nothing but when you are reasonably certain that the conditions in relation to government grant can be achieved. Sir, tell me an example of a condition, sir. Example, a condition may be imposed by the government that building will be given to you only when you set up the business in a backward area and you continue the business for a minimum period of 3 years with 75% operating capacity. Ek example bol raha hu. So setting up a business in backward area should be there. You should set up the business there. You should continue the business for a minimum period of how many years? 3 years. And you should achieve how much installed capacity? 75% of installed capacity. If you meet these conditions, or you are reasonably certain that these conditions can be met, then only you can recognize what, sir? Government grant. Am I clear, sir? Now, for learning purposes, a government grant can be broadly classified into how many categories? 3 categories. Government grant in relation to fixed assets, government grant in relation to fixed asset, government grant in relation to promoters contribution, likewise a government grant in relation to revenue nature. Right now, sir? So what we'll do, we will learn these 3 aspects differently. What is most important for exam? Most important for exam is nothing but what, sir? Government grant in relation to fixed assets. ये सबसे ज़्यादा important aspect है. ये most important है. Am I clear, sir? Now we'll start our discussion one by one. So what we'll do, we'll understand in different learning objectives. Government grant in relation to fixed asset, government grant by way of promoters contribution, गवर्नमेंट ग्रांट बाय वे ऑफ रेवेन्यू नेचर. एम ए क्लियर? तो धीरे धीरे स्टार्ट करता हूँ. नाउ आई एम टेकिंग द मेन हेडिंग. नाउ फ्रेश पेज ले लेता हूँ. या गवर्नमेंट ग्रांट in relation to fixed assets. गवर्नमेंट ग्रांट इन रिलेशन टू व्हाट सर? फिक्स्ड एसेट. आराम से पढ़ेंगे, कोई जल्दी नहीं है, ठीक है. धीरे धीरे बात करता हूँ, ठीक है. या सी गवर्नमेंट ग्रांट इन रिलेशन टू फिक्स्ड एसेट्स मे बी ऑफ टू टाइप्स ब्रॉडली. दो तरीके रह सकते हैं. वेयर द ग्रांट, वेयर द एसेट्स इज गिवन टू यू, दैट इज द एसेट इज गिवन इन काइंड. डू यू अग्री? एसेट ही दे दिया आपको, और एक तो है एसेट आपको दे दिया है, लिटरली द एसेट इज गिवन टू यू इन काइंड, राइट ना. इफ द एसेट इज गिवन टू यू इन काइंड फॉर फ्री, मतलब एट नो कंसिडरेशन, देन व्हाट विल हैपन? इफ द गवर्नमेंट ग्रांट इज इन कैश or in cash, then what will happen? If the government grant is in relation to kind, where the asset is given to you for free, then please recognize what you should do. What you should do? You should recognize such asset at nominal value. Now, what do you mean by nominal value? Some value you should attach to it. Like example, sir, I set up a identification institute somewhere in remote area. For that purpose, government has given me somewhere around 0.25 acres of land. Now, what I can do, I should recognize that land at some nominal value. Sir, can I assign 40,000 value? Oh yes, you can write the entry. Land and building account debit 40,000 to capital reserve account credit 40,000. कुछ तो entry बनानी पड़ेगी. So whenever government is giving you any asset for free, then you should recognize it at what, sir? You should recognize it at nominal value. थोड़े वैल्यू पे तो रिकॉग्नाइज करना ही पड़ेगा, बिकॉज इफ यू डोंट राइट एनी एंट्री, you will not even record the identity of the asset in the books, right now. To maintain the identity of the asset in the books, you should record the asset at some nominal value. Am I clear, sir? Now, government grant given in cash, it may be again of two types. Government grant given in cash, it may be again of how many types, sir? Two types. I'll correct it. One is, it is in relation to depreciable assets. It is in relation to what, sir? Non-depreciable assets. Government grant given in cash, मतलब literally for a purchase of asset, government is giving you say 40% cash. Example. Now ask yourself, is the grant coming for a depreciable asset or the grant is coming for a non-depreciable asset? If the grant is coming for a non-depreciable asset, then what you can do, you know? You can transfer that grant TO to capital reserve. Please transfer that grant to what, sir? To capital reserve. Sir, why to capital reserve? Because when the asset is non-depreciable, you can, what you can do, sir? Whatever the grant you have received, transfer it to what, sir? Capital reserve. Sir, why capital reserve? Why not revenue reserve? Because it is in relation to what, sir? Fixed assets, right now. Fixed assets are capital transactions. Thereby, what you can do, sir? Whenever you are receiving a grant in cash in relation to non-depreciable asset, you can transfer it to what, sir? You can transfer it to capital reserve, right now. Note. Expenses incurred, if any, to meet the conditions, to meet the condition in relation to such grant, such grant. मतलब कभी कभी कंडीशंस मीट करने के लिए कोई खर्चा होगा. सो एक्सपेंसेस इंकर्ड इफ एनी टू मीट द कंडीशंस इन रिलेशन टू सच ग्रांट शुड बी adjusted against such capital reserve. Do you agree? Okay, not that important, just listen and leave it. So if you are receiving grant in relation to fixed asset, that too in cash, but if it is in relation to non-depreciable asset, what you can do? You can transfer it to capital reserve. However, if you are incurring any expenses in relation to such grant or any condition to meet that or any expenses to meet those conditions, such expenses can be adjusted against what, sir? Capital reserve. Do you agree? No. What if you are receiving cash by way of government grant in relation to a depreciable asset? See, two things can happen here. Think coolly. You have purchased an asset say for 100 lakh rupees. For that you got a grant of 40 lakhs. Am I clear? और समटाइम्स एसेट ऑफ 100 lakhs इज गिवन टू एट 60 lakhs ओनली, राइट ना. ठीक है, देखते हैं. सो वेन एवर यू आर रिसीविंग गवर्नमेंट ग्रांट कैश मतलब इन मनी फॉर्म इन रिलेशन टू डिप्रिशिएबल एसेट, as per AS12 we have two options here. Option number 1 और you have what sir, option number 2. दो ऑप्शन दिए गए हैं, ऑप्शन नंबर 1, ऑप्शन नंबर 2. मतलब अकाउंटिंग ऑफ सच गवर्नमेंट ग्रांट कैन बी इन टू फॉर्म्स, ऑप्शन नंबर 1 एंड ऑप्शन नंबर 2. ऑप्शन नंबर 1 इज कॉल्ड नथिंग बट व्हाट यू नो, नेट मेथड. बोलता हूँ, व्हाइट इज कॉल्ड नेट मेथड. ऑप्शन नंबर 2 इज कॉल्ड नथिंग बट व्हाट यू नो, ग्रॉस मेथड. ये मेरे रखे हुए वर्ड्स हैं, नेट मेथड एंड ग्रॉस मेथड. व्हाट विल डू, we will write the theory here differently. First we will take an example to understand this concept. Am I clear sir? इसको समझने के लिए मैं क्या करूँगा, एक एग्जाम्पल ले लेता हूँ so that you can understand it more easily. Right sir, we will take an example to understand this aspect. Right, एक एग्जाम्पल लेके बात करता हूँ, ध्यान से सुनो. On, I am taking one example. एक एग्जाम्पल लेके बात कर रहा हूँ, सुना है ध्यान से. एग्जाम्पल, on 1/4/2016, on 1/4/2016, X Limited purchased a fixed asset for rupees 100 lakhs. Oh, super. They have purchased a fixed asset for rupees how much sir? 100 lakhs. For such fixed asset, government grant received is how much you know? Is rupees 40 lakhs. Okay. The life of the asset is expected to or estimated to be 10 years. The estimated scrap value at the end of a useful life is nil. Depreciation method to be followed is what you know? Depreciation method to be followed is SLM. आराम से सुनना है, no जल्दी. और 1/4/2016, X Limited purchased a fixed asset for how much value? 100 lakhs. Government grant received is how much sir? 40 lakhs. Life of the asset is how many years? 10 years. Estimated scrap value at the end of 10 years is how much sir? Nil. Depreciation method is how much sir? Depreciation method is what sir? SLM. Now what we am telling you, now when this government grant is received by this entity, right, how much the government grant they have received sir? 40 lakhs. To account for this government grant we have two options. One by one I will discuss sir. First I will discuss method number 1. Method number 1. No, let me continue my example somewhat more. For example, what happened you know, say 16, 17, 17, 18, 18, 19. हाँ, आगे जाता हूँ. On 1/4/2016, 17, 17, 18, 18, 19. Yeah. On 1/4/2019, on 1/4/2019, due to some conditions, not being met, government grant of rupees 40 lakhs have become refundable and is refunded. गवर्नमेंट ग्रांट क्या हुआ सर? रिफंडेबल था और रिफंड भी कर दिया. सो व्हाट दे विल आस्क यू इन एग्जाम, you know, they will ask you in exam, you are required to ascertain a depreciation for the year 2019-20 and B the written down value of the asset at the end of 31st March 2020, that is as on 31st March 2020. आराम से, this is your question sir. This type of questions will be asked in your exam. This is one of the standard question in exam. तो एक एग्जाम में क्वेश्चन बता रहा हूँ सर. So we got a government grant, we got a refund of government grant, we need to provide refund and then we need to provide what's the depreciation. So how to do working for this we will understand step by step, right? Now what we can do, we can follow method number 1 to account for it. Method number 1, how to do accounting? Method number 1, or you can say option number 1, that's called nothing but net method. क्या करेंगे? नेट मेथड फॉलो करेंगे. बिकॉज टू अकाउंट फॉर गवर्नमेंट ग्रांट वी गॉट 2 मेथड्स ना. ये देखो व्हाट आई एम डूइंग नाउ इज कॉल्ड नथिंग बट व्हाट सर? नेट मेथड. ये मेथड एक्सप्लेन कर रहा हूँ आप लोगों को अभी मैं. एम आई क्लियर सर? दिस इज व्हाट आई एम फॉलोइंग फॉर यू नाउ. नेट मेथड सेज व्हाट यू नो, वेरी सिंपल. व्हाट इज द वैल्यू ऑफ फिक्स्ड एसेट? द फिक्स्ड एसेट इज परचेज फॉर हाउ मच सर? 100 lakhs. Okay. How much government grant you have received? I said, sir, government grant received is how much, sir? 40 lakhs. Reduced from the value of fixed asset. So, if you are receiving government grant in relation to fixed asset and you are following method number 1, that's called net method, the grant value will be reduced from where, sir? From the value of fixed asset. And what is the value left now? 60 lakh rupees. Now, how you will provide depreciation? Therefore, depreciation under SLM method would be how much, sir? It would be simply 60 lakhs minus nil by how many years, sir? 10 years. Why 10 years? Because the life of the asset is 10 years, na? Just easy calculation rahega bolke. Therefore, depreciation would be how much, sir? Depreciation would be rupees 6 lakhs per annum. Am I clear, sir? ये रहेगा depreciation for each year before you provide refund. Therefore, depreciation for the year 2016-17 would be how much, sir? 6 lakhs. Depreciation for the year 2017-18 would be how much, sir? Again 6 lakhs. Likewise, depreciation for the third year 2018-19 would be how much, sir? Same 6 lakhs. Am I clear, sir? So when you have received the government grant, you would have passed the entry called nothing but what, sir? Cash and bank account debit to government grant. And the second entry that you have processed nothing but government grant account debit to what, sir? Fixed asset. Thereby the value of fixed asset comes down. समझ में आ रहा है ना? सर एसेट खरीदते समय आपने एसेट एंट्री बनाई होगी फिक्स्ड एसेट अकाउंट डेबिट टू कैश एंड बैंक. So fixed asset got debit balance. When you have received government grant, the entry was nothing but what, sir? Cash and bank to government grant, and second entry was government grant account debit to fixed asset. Thereby the value of fixed asset came down. Am I clear with this? यहाँ तक तो समझ में आ रहा है? ठीक है. What is the value now? Therefore, on 1/4/2019, the written down value of fixed asset is how much, you know? It is 60 lakhs minus 18 lakhs. Sir, why 18 lakhs, sir? तीनों साल का depreciation. 6 lakhs plus 6 lakhs plus 6 lakhs put together has become how much, sir? 18 lakhs. Therefore, what is the value of fixed asset? 60 minus 18 is how much, sir? 42 lakhs is the value of fixed asset. As on what day? As on 1/4/2019. Now what happened? If you observe, surprisingly what happened? Now what happened, you know? On 1/4/2019, have a look, sir, question में आ गया फिर से. On 1/4/2019, due to certain conditions not being met, the government grant of rupees 40 lakhs is becoming what, sir? Refundable. Now what you will do here? Think coolly, I'll explain you. See, when the government grant is refunded, what will happen? You will pass two entries. A, government grant to refund करना पड़ेगा. Government grant refund account debit. How much you have refunded, sir? 40 lakhs. TO2 cash and bank account credit. How much, sir? 40 lakhs. See what you will do with this debit balance. ये जो debit balance इसका क्या करेंगे? See, when the grant was received, you reduce from the asset value. When the grant is refunded, you should add back to what, sir? Asset value. जब grant आया था, we have reduced the asset value, ना? When you have received the grant, we have reduced from the asset value. So when the grant is refunded, you should add back to what, sir? Asset value. So what you will do? The second entry should be nothing but what, sir? Fixed asset. The second entry should be what, sir? The second entry should be fixed asset account debit 40 lakhs. TO2 government grant refund account credit. How much, sir? 40 lakhs. तो यहाँ पे जो डेबिट हुआ था 40 lakhs, यहाँ पे जाके क्रेडिट हो गया. So refund account will get closed. Now what will happen, sir? The asset value will shoot up by how much value? 40 lakhs. Now carefully observe what will happen. Thereby on 1/4/2019 bracket में after refund of government grant, what will happen? Nothing, sir. The value of fixed asset, what value? Book value. The book value of fixed asset would be how much, you know? What is the value of asset before refund, sir? 42 lakhs, right now? What is the value of asset before refund? 42 lakhs, okay? So it would be 42 lakhs plus how much you have refunded? You have refunded 40 lakhs. Thereby, the book value of fixed asset should become now how much, sir? 82 lakhs. I hope समझ में आ रहा है. So 42 lakhs was the value of the asset before refund, book value. How much you have refunded? 40 lakhs you have refunded. Combined value is how much, sir, now? 82 lakhs. Thereby, depreciation for the year 2019-20 bracket में, that is fourth year, should be how much, you know? सुनना है ध्यान से, it cannot be 6 lakhs now, it should be 82 lakhs minus nil value, scrap value by what is the remaining life of the asset? 7 years. So it should be 82, it should be how much sir? 82 divided by, it should be 82 divided by 7 years, it should be 11.714 lakh rupees. समझ में आ रहा है? Therefore written down value of asset on 31st March 2020 should be how much sir? It should be 82 lakhs minus 11.714 lakhs. Approximate value, okay? 82 minus 11.714, it should be 70.286 lakh rupees. So what you do in method number 1, I hope you got an idea now. What we do in method number 1, that's called option number 1. लिख ले रहा हूँ, देख लो यहाँ पे. A, we reduce the value of, we reduce the grant amount from, I cannot say reducer, I'll redraft my sentence better. A, the government grant is adjusted from the value of fixed asset. Am I clear, sir? So that's why this is called which method? Net method. Point number 2. Whenever the government grant is refunded, whenever the government grant is what, sir? Refunded. Such a refund amount is added back to the value of fixed asset, because earlier you have reduced the value, now you'll add back to the asset value. Am I clear, sir? Now some students may get a doubt, sir, are we not supposed to provide the effect of depreciation retrospectively? Not required. Am I clear, sir? So what you need to do, sir, in this case, whenever the government grant has become refundable, please add to the asset value and provide the depreciation prospectively. No need to bring the effect retrospectively. Am I clear with this? So this completes our option number 1. Now same question we'll solve with what's our option number 2. Let's see the question now. The same question you need to follow with what's our option number 2. देखते हैं. On 1/4/2016, X Limited purchased fixed asset for what value, sir? 100 lakhs. Government grant received is how much, sir? 40 lakhs. Life of asset is how much, sir? 10 years. Estimated scrap value is how much, sir? Nil. Depreciation method is how much, sir? SLM. But surprisingly, what happened? After 3 years. Do you agree? After 3 years. After 3 years, on 1/4/2019, due to certain conditions not being met, the entire government grant of 40 lakhs have become what, sir? Refundable, and is also refunded. Now what is the question in exam? You are required to ascertain depreciation for the year 1920 as well as find out the written down value of the asset at the end of what's the 31st March 2020. Now shall we do this the same question under option number 2? Option number 2 में करेंगे तो क्या होगा? अब लिख देता हूँ मैं आपके लिए option number 2. Like you written here method number 1 ना, I'll write here method number 2. Method number 2 called gross method, also called as deferred grant method or deferred method. I'll tell you why it is called deferred method. Slow by slow समझेंगे आराम से. There is no hurry. See, in this method what we'll do, we'll not reduce the value of fixed asset. I'll tell you why. Because we transfer the government grant to a separate reserve account. Have a look, sir, what set of entries will pass. A, on 1/4/2016, when you purchase a fixed asset, the entry would be nothing but what, sir? Fixed asset account debit 100 lakhs. TO2 what, sir? Cash and bank account credit how much, sir? 100 lakhs. Okay. B, on the same day when you receive the government grant, what entry will pass, sir? See, government grant will not be transferred to fixed asset because it's called gross method, right? So what we'll do, the entry should be cash and bank account debit. How much you have received a grant? 40 lakhs. TO2 deferred government grant reserve account credit. How much, sir? 40 lakhs. So if you observe carefully in the second entry, I have not transferred the government grant to which account, sir? To fixed asset account. Like in the first case, we are reducing the value of fixed asset. Here we are not reducing the value of fixed asset. So what will happen if you observe carefully on 1/4/2016, if you prepare the balance sheet, opening balance sheet, you will find fixed asset at what value, sir? You will find fixed asset 100 lakhs and you will find government grant reserve because it's a credit balance, na? Because it got a credit balance and asset got a debit balance, asset will come to the fixed asset account. ये हो गए आपके assets, ये हो गए आपके liabilities. ये reserves हैं. You got a government grant reserve how much, sir? 40 lakhs and you got fixed asset how much, sir? 100 lakhs. Layman notion, I'm just showing you the representation in the balance sheet. Now what will happen? You have to provide depreciation. Do you agree? How you will provide depreciation? Depreciation for the first year. Sunna. Depreciation for the first year would be how much, you know? That is 100 lakhs minus nil by 10 years. Because life of the asset is how many years? 10 years. Thereby depreciation would be how much, sir? 10 lakhs. Now what does the standard say? Standard says because grant is not taken to fixed asset account but it's transferred to government grant reserve, right now? How you are reducing the value of fixed asset? In the same proportionate, reduce the value of what, sir? Reserve. फिर से बोल रहा हूँ. How you are reducing the value of fixed asset? In the same way, also reduce what, sir? Government grant reserve. So what we'll do, sir? Have a look, sir. The entries would be nothing but for depreciation. For depreciation, the entry would be what, sir? For depreciation, the entry would be nothing but depreciation account debit 10 lakhs to fixed asset. How much, sir? Fixed asset account credit 10 lakhs. You reduce the value of what, sir? Fixed asset. Likewise, you should also reduce what, sir? Government grant reserve. The second entry will write nothing but what, sir? Government grant reserve account debit. How much, sir? 4 lakhs. Why 4 lakhs? Because 40 lakhs into 10% is again 4 lakhs only now. Due to what account, you know? To P&L account credit. How much, sir? 4 lakhs. Have a look, sir. So what does the standard say? Standard says if you are following option number 2, that's called method number 2. If you are following, do not adjust the grant from what, sir? Government. Do not adjust the government grant from what, sir? Fixed asset, but transfer it to a special reserve called what, sir? Government grant reserve. ये GGR example है. You can open any other account also, right now. So how you reduce the value of fixed asset? In the same proportionate, you should reduce the value of what, sir? You should reduce the value of government grant reserve. So what you will do, sir? Therefore, depreciation would be how much, sir? Depreciation would be 10 lakhs each year. And how you will reduce the value of GGR? 4 lakhs each year. Am I clear? Now carefully observe what is the effect on your P&L. So for the year 16-17, if you prepare your P&L, what will happen, you know? You will find one side depreciation on fixed asset. How much, sir? 10 lakhs. At the credit side of P&L, you will find what, you know? You will find by government grant reserve. How much, sir? 4 lakhs. The net impact to the P&L is only 6 lakhs. Likewise, in the first method also, if you observe, the net impact to the P&L is how much, sir? 6 lakhs. पहले मेथड में भी तो वही हुआ ना, तो यहाँ पे भी वही हो रहा. अगर आप देखो, ओनली द प्रेजेंटेशन स्टाइल इज डिफरेंट. इन योर P&L अकाउंट, TO2 depreciation is how much, sir? 10 lakhs. And the credit side of P&L account, you got what, sir? Government grant reserve, how much, sir? 4 lakhs. Likewise, if you open your balance sheet for the year ended 16-17, that's on 31st March 2017, if you open the balance sheet, you will find fixed asset, how much, you know? 90 lakhs. एक साल हो गया ना? That's at the end of first year, 90 lakhs. And government grant reserve would be how much, you know? 40 minus 4, how much, sir? 36 lakhs. समझ में आ रहा है? सो जैसे जैसे एसेट की वैल्यू घटेगी वैसे वैसे GGR घटेगा. आई एम क्लियर? बिकॉज एसेट इज गेटिंग रिड्यूस 10% per annum on SLM basis. Even GGR will also get reduced by 10% per annum on SLM basis. Am I clear? Likewise, same thing will happen for the year what, sir? 17-18. If you open the P&L account for 17-18, what will happen, sir? You will find government grant reserve how much, sir? 4 lakhs. And you will find depreciation how much, sir? Again 10 lakhs. If you open the balance sheet, on 31st March 2018, you will find fixed asset. ये आपका balance sheet है, लिखना भूल गया मैं. This is your balance sheet. If you open fixed asset, it will be how much, sir? 90 minus 10, how much, sir? 80 lakhs. And government grant reserve will become how much, sir? 36 minus 4, how much, sir? 32 lakhs. समझ में आ रहा है? Likewise, if you go to your third year, that's on 18-19. If you open the P&L account for the year 18-19, again you will find government grant reserve how much, sir? 4 lakhs. And you will find depreciation how much, sir? 10 lakhs. If you open your balance sheet, अगर आप अपना बैलेंस शीट बनाओ कब का 31st March 2019 का, you will find value of fixed asset how much, sir? You will find value of fixed asset 70 lakhs because 3 years have already complete, and you will find government grant reserve how much, sir? You will find government grant reserve 28 lakhs. Sir, man, 16, 17, 17, 18, 18, 19 is complete. Now surprisingly what happened? What happened, you know? Somewhere on 1/4/2019, you need to refund the government grant. See, now the sum starts from here. जा रहा हूँ, समझ में आ रहा है ना? Now what happened, you know? On 1/4/2019, you need to provide a refund of how much, sir? You need to provide refund of government grant. How much you need to do? You need to do refund of 40 lakhs. What is the accounting treatment for this? समझना पड़ेगा ना सर, इसका accounting treatment क्या है? Carefully observe. When the grant was received, you did not take to asset account. Likewise, when the grant is refunded, you cannot take it to asset account. What you need to do? You need to adjust it to what, sir? Government grant reserve. Because how much reserve is available in your balance sheet? 28 lakhs का reserve है. But problem is refund amount कितना है? 40 lakhs. Now see what type of entries I will write here. Carefully observe. On 1/4/2019, when the government grant is refunded, the entry should be nothing but what, sir? Government grant refund है ना भाई, account debit. How much refund? 40 lakhs. TO2 what, sir? Cash and bank account credit. How much, sir? 40 lakhs. Refund entry तो बना दी. By passing refund entry, you open new account with a debit balance of how much, sir? 40 lakhs. How will you adjust this debit balance? Have a look, sir. See, we got how much reserve available? 28 lakhs का reserve है. Do you agree? Okay, so what we will do? This 40 lakhs will adjust with 28 lakhs reserve. How much is the amount unadjusted? 12 lakhs. That will transfer to what, sir? P&L. Refund कितने का दिया? 40 lakhs का. Reserve कितना है? 28 lakhs. How much you need to do refund and treat it as a loss, sir? 12 lakhs. Carefully you see there. The second entry should be government grant reserve account debit. Carefully observe. I am debiting the reserve account. So that's called adjustment of reserve. But how much is the reserve available with us? Only 28 lakhs. So government grant reserve account debit 28 lakhs. How much is the loss? P&L account debit how much, sir? 12 lakhs. TO2 government grant refund. Government grant refund account credit how much, sir? 40 lakhs. That's how your refund account will get what, sir? That's how your refund account which got debited here, it will get credited back here. Am I clear, sir? जो ऊपर डेबिट किया नीचे क्रेडिट किया, अकाउंट क्लोज हो गया आपका. आई होप आप लोगों को समझ में आ रहा है. सो व्हाट इज हैपनिंग, सर? मतलब इन ग्रॉस मेथड, whenever there is a refund of government grant, you first adjust against what, sir? Reserves. If reserves are not sufficient, then you transfer the unadjusted amount to what, sir? P&L, treating as a loss. But you don't add back to what, sir? Asset account. Now what is the question? Sir, if you prepare the balance sheet now, अगर आप अभी देखो balance sheet, somewhere on 1/4/2019, that is after refund of government grant, if you prepare the balance sheet, your fixed asset account values remain how much, sir? 70 lakhs, which is untouched. Am I clear? And do you have any government grant reserve account now? The answer is no. Why? Because the entire amount has been adjusted with the value of what, sir? Refund. Am I clear, sir? If you prepare P&L account as on that day, अगर उस दिन का P&L account बनाओ, P&L account as on 1/4/2019, that one day P&L account, you will find to what, sir? To government grant refund. How much the loss you will find? Government grant refund loss 12 lakhs you will find. Am I clear, sir? So whenever government grant is refunded, by chance if it is refunded, generally refund आता नहीं है, by chance if it is refunded, you should first adjust against what, sir? Reserves if any available. If it is not available, then you should adjust against the value of what, sir? Then you should adjust it to the P&L. Am I clear, sir? अभी question नहीं हुआ. Now the question is still there. Have a look, sir. Now the question is still there. They have asked you to provide depreciation now. Therefore, depreciation for the fourth year, it will remain unchanged. Why? 70 lakhs is the value of asset minus scrap value is how much, sir? Nil. What is the remaining life of the asset? 7 years. So it should be how much, sir? 10 lakhs. Do you agree? Okay. So this is the value of asset. Now what is the value of the asset? Value of fixed asset on 31st March 2020. That is at the end of which year? At the end of fourth year. It should be 70 lakhs minus 10 lakhs. It should be how much, sir? 60 lakh rupees. Am I clear up to here? Sir, may I, sir? Now you may get a doubt, sir, answers are different in the first method and second method. Oh yes, it will be different. For the first 3 years it will match, but from fourth year it will not match. I'll tell you why. Have a look, sir. Sir, in the first method, that's called method number 1 mein. See, method number 1 mein, what we have done, sir? The government grant is added back to the asset value. Do you agree? When the asset value is, when the government grant refund is added back to the asset value got increased. When the asset value got increased, depreciation also increased. Do you agree? But whereas in second method, the government grant refund was never adjusted to the asset value, thereby depreciation will continue as it is. Am I clear, sir? So this completes our understanding on first case called nothing but what, sir? Government grant in relation to fixed asset. ये पढ़ रहे थे सर, ये चार्ट पढ़ रहे थे. So if you are receiving government grant in relation to fixed asset in cash, the two for a depreciable asset, method number 1 is called nothing but net method. Method number 2 is called nothing but what, sir? Gross method. In gross method, what we will do? Have a look, sir. This is called gross method, right? Below, in gross method, what we will do? First, the government grant is transferred to government grant reserve. It is transferred to what, sir? Government grant reserve. That's point number 1. B. Such a government grant is transferred to P&L over the life of the asset. Over the life of asset on what basis? On some systematic basis. In my example, the asset got 10 years life. Thereby I expected the GGR should also be transferred to P&L account over a period of 10 years on SLM basis, right now. So such government grant is transferred to what, sir? P&L account over the life of the asset on what basis? Systematic basis. Point number 3, whenever government grant is refunded by chance if any. See, 99% practical life में refund नहीं रहेगा, पर exam के question में refund रहेगा. Whenever the government grant is refunded, what you should do? You should first adjust against what, sir? Government grant reserve. If not, then you can adjust against what, sir? Then you can adjust against P&L. So you can treat that as a loss and you can transfer it to what, sir? P&L. Always remember, sir, refund of government grant is always taken as what, sir? Extraordinary. So by chance if you are booking a loss to P&L, you should treat it as what, sir? Extraordinary item as per accounting standard number 5. Am I clear, sir? So this completes our learning objective number 1. ये जो फेज था ये खत्म हो गया अपना गवर्नमेंट ग्रांट इन रिलेशन टू व्हाट, सर? फिक्स्ड एसेट along with refund also I have discussed. Am I clear, sir? So this is the total explanation on what, sir? Government grant in relation to fixed asset. Now I am going to the second topic called what, sir? Roman number 2, government grant by way of what, sir? Promoters contribution. Government grant in the nature of promoters contribution. See, what is my promoters contribution? See, generally promoters are the one who set up the business, right now. Then the company will take care of its own business on its own. Promoters initiate the idea. They give some capital amount. That amount can be used for any purpose, but generally not for revenue distribution purposes, but it can be used for day-to-day expenses, or it can be used for what, sir? It can be used to purchase any asset. So promoters contribution is something which is given that you can use the money for any purpose whichever you like, right now. So what you need to do, अब ध्यान से सुनो. Point number 1, आराम से सुना है. When the promoter contribution की तरह आ रहा है, if government grant is received in the nature of what, sir? Promoters contribution, it should be taken to capital reserve. It should be taken to what, sir? Capital reserve. उसको आप कहाँ लेके जाओगे? Capital reserve में लेके जाएंगे. Why? Because those type of grants are non-repetitive in nature. Am I clear, sir? So what entry you will write? You will write 2 entries right now. cash and bank account debit to government grant account debit to what, sir? Capital reserve. So what will happen, sir? Such amount will be transferred to capital reserve. Is it a free reserve? No, it's not a free reserve. लिख देता हूँ वहाँ पे, it's not a free reserve. Thereby you cannot distribute dividend out of it. Thereby you cannot distribute dividend out of it. ये free reserve नहीं है, ये promoters contribution है, right ना? Now one more thing, in case such grant becomes refundable, becomes what, sir? Refundable. What you will do is a question, right ना? जब पैसा आया था आपने क्या किया? You have transferred to capital reserve. When the paisa goes away, when the refund amount is processed, then adjust the refund amount. Adjust the refund amount with what, sir? With the capital reserve. Do you agree? Sir, show us the entries. I will show you the entry when the grant is received. When it is received, what is the entry you will write? When it is refunded, what is the entry you write? When the grant is received, what entry you will write? You will write cash and bank account debit to government grant account credit. Point number 2, government grant account debit to capital reserve account credit. These are the entries that you write in your books when you received government grant. By chance if the amount is refunded, then what entry you will write? See, 3 साल 4 साल 5 साल और 6 महीने के बाद whenever the grant is refunded, 99% is non-refundable. By chance if something seriously goes wrong and the grant becomes what, sir? Refundable, then what entry you will write? You will write government grant refund account debit to what, sir? Cash and bank account credit. And now if you observe, it got a debit balance, right? You will adjust with capital reserve. You will write capital reserve account debit to what, sir? Government grant refund account credit. That's how refund account got debited and again refund account got what, sir? Credited. समझ में आ रहा है? हमने refund को debit भी किया है, यहाँ पे refund को क्या किया है? Credit भी किया है, and the amount is adjusted against what, sir? Capital reserve. Am I clear with the explanation, sir? So this completes our learning objective number 2 called nothing but what, sir? Government grant by way of what, sir? Promoters contribution. So promoters contribution is like capital reserve. You can transfer to capital reserve. Whenever the amount is refunded, adjust against what, sir? Capital reserve. Very easy to understand, right? Okay. अब जाता हूँ रोमन नंबर 3 में. Government grant in the nature of revenue. Revenue nature के लिए है, then what we can do? Revenue nature means what, you know? I am not telling it's a revenue, it's in nature of revenue, right now. So 99% what you can do, sir, you can transfer it to P&L account, right now. So लिख रहा हूँ government grant revenue in nature. Revenue in nature. We got 2 options. Option number 1, सुनना है. This is the most common option. Generally it should be treated as what, you know? It should be treated as income. उसको income की तरह treat करो. And it should be transferred to what, sir? P&L account credit. That's a simple method. Because if it is in revenue nature, it's a profit for you, right? So generally it should be treated as what, sir? Income. And it should be taken to what account, sir? It should be taken to P&L account credit. अब उसको P&L में लेके चल जाओ, better रहेगा. Second option क्या है बता देता हूँ आपके. Option number 2. However, in case if such grant is in relation to an expense, if such grant is in relation to an expense, that is reimbursement of expense, then just example है sir, I have paid salary to my employees 40 lakh rupees. 40 lakhs भरने के बाद I got 20 lakhs from government of India as a reimbursement. Now I got 2 options. Either this 20 lakhs I can take to P&L account credit, or in my P&L account I can show 40 minus 20. दिखाता हूँ लिखा के. I got a reimbursement of expense. In that case, expense account expense account can be presented on net basis. सर लिख के बताइए एग्जाम्पल. आई विल शो यू बॉस एग्जाम्पल. हैव लुक सर. एग्जाम्पल, salary paid to employees is how much, you know? Salary paid to employees is say 50 lakhs. Okay, how much government grant I got, you know? Government grant as reimbursement of salary is how much, you know? 20 lakhs I got. So for this I got two options now. I got दो option है इसके मेरे पास. Option number one, when I prepare my P&L, one side I'll show salary, how much, you know, 50 lakhs, and also government grant, how much, you know, 20 lakhs. That's one way. Option number two, I got one more option. मेरे पास दूसरा option भी है. Option number two, this is my first option, right? Option number two, when I prepare my P&L, what I'll do, I'll show salary as an expense, how much, you know, 50 lakhs minus 20 lakhs. Therefore net salary is how much, sir? 30 lakhs. कोई भी कर लो, आपकी मर्जी है. So by chance, if you want to show on net basis, you can show on net basis. If no, you want to show it as an income, you can show it as income also. Am I clear, sir? अब ध्यान से सुनना है. Note. If a government grant is revenue in nature, but it is received in lump sum. But it is received in what, sir? Lump sum. Say for more than 1 year, एक साल से ज़्यादा के लिए आया है. You have received the amount, say 40 lakhs, say for a period of 4 years. मतलब next time when you will receive the grant, again after 4 years only. So if government grant is in revenue nature, but it is received in what, sir? Lump sum, say for more than 1 year. Then what you can do? Then such government grant can be transferred to government grant reserve, and then can be taken to P&L account credit on systematic basis. Suppose if you have received 40 lakhs, say for a period of 4 years, then logically, layman version, 10 lakhs over a period of 4 years you can take to P&L account. Right now, say 40 lakhs is received in relation to salary right now, and salary you're expecting to be in the ratio of 5:6:7:8 over a period of 4 years. Then this 40 lakhs can be taken to P&L account over a period of 4 years in the ratio of what, you know, 5:6:7:8. समझ में आ रहा है ना सर? So this is very rare, but still पढ़ाना है बोल के पढ़ा रहा हूँ सर. If government grant is in revenue nature, but it is issued in lump sum, say for more than 1 year, then such government grant can be transferred to what, sir? Government grant reserve, and it can be taken to P&L account on what, sir? On some systematic basis. Am I clear, sir? Am I clear? अब एक और note number two. If government grant becomes refundable, if government grants become what, sir? Refundable, then what you should do? Then you should first adjust against reserves, if any available. You should first adjust against reserve, if any available. Then if the reserves are not sufficient, then you can transfer towards, sir, P&L account debit as a loss. Am I clear, sir? By chance अगर reserves available हैं तो reserve से adjust करो. अगर reserves available नहीं है, then you can transfer to what, sir? P&L account debit as a loss. So this is very rare, but still. So this completes your accounting standard what, sir? 12. Right now, sir, एक बार overview देख लो. Very important standard, sir. And the most important topic in the exam would be nothing but what, sir? Government grant in relation to fixed asset. Even this notes, if you want me to share, I'll share with you, sir. Links are given in the description box. You can have a look, sir. Am I clear? Hold a minute. I'll also show you accounting standard 12 ka notes. This is the complete notes, sir, handwritten notes. So this also you can just go through once. पूरा notes बना के दिया है, एक बार होना है तो आप लोग पढ़ लेना, अच्छा काम आएगा. Just go through once, it will be useful for you, right? Now, complete thing I have given you, net method, gross method, along with entries, every aspect I have given you there. Am I clear, sir? So if you want just casually go through once, this would be sufficient for your exam. Am I clear, sir? You can follow my next video for the problematic part on what, sir? AS12. Okay. Thank you.